Hi, my name is Nick Hausman. I'm the new WAL correspondent, and right now I'm joined by Steve Kaplan, the President Commissioner of WAL. And Steve, first of all, thank you very much for taking the time to chat with me today.
Hey, Nick. Glad to be here.
We got a lot to talk about going into 2017, what WAL is looking to accomplish. And of course, we've taken some of the questions you all submitted, and we're going to try to work those into the conversation here as well. But first and foremost, Steve, 2017, big year, a lot of major things going on right now. What can the WAL Nation expect from WAL in 2017?
Well, the first thing I want to talk about is the addition of our WAL Major Series.
Okay.
I'm so pumped about that. This is going to be a cornerstone to our growth and a big step forward in the evolution of arm wrestling and the WAL into a major force. The interesting thing about these is it gives us a monthly big event that we go leading up to our championship. So February, March, April, May, leading up to our championships in June. And more importantly, what it does is it allows us to start building fan base and creating heroes on a regional basis.
Right.
So every year, for example, we are going to have the Southern Classic, the Eastern Classic, the Western Classic, right? Every single year we're going to have that.
Wow.
The Midwest Classic. So it allows us to focus regionally on what's going on there. We're going to be developing really amazing, iconic awards and prizing.
Wow.
So that every single year people will compete for example, in the Southern Classic, the Golden Gator. Every year they compete for that, and it's a separate championship unto itself.
Right.
It's not just, everything's not just a feeder for our championships. And so they're iconic awards, and what it also allows us to do is market and promote this on a regional basis in a very big way.
Sure.
So year after year, it'll be the cornerstone for growth, not only here, but globally. There's no reason why next year we don't have one of these majors, for example, in Europe someplace. No reason why not.
Yeah.
And so it gives us a chance to really go, and build this. These are going to be ticketed events. There's prize money. So the events, when I talk about marketing, I talk about in-market campaigns. Some of the things that we're going to be doing is we're going to be having a heavy outdoor media schedule. We have billboards all around the venue in the city. We're going to have mobile marketing campaigns. We're going to have big Facebook and social media campaigns, in-venue marketing, street teams, guerrilla marketing. So we're going to saturate these markets, going to, again, building fan base, driving to ticket sales, driving to full houses, and just blowing these things up. The first one, as we know, is in New Orleans at the House of Blues in the French Quarter. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be bursting at the seams. I mean, we're so excited. And for our competitors, they're going to see something that they haven't seen before. We are now moving to an official show, meaning that we have our preliminaries and then our live events will be, say, 7 to 9 p.m., but it's a paid audience and it's more of a detailed show with fan interaction and all kinds of things like that. So it's, we're completely pumped, as if you can't tell.
Yeah, and you talked a little bit about the new ranking system. Real quickly, do you want to touch a little bit more on exactly the evolution of the ranking system for 2017 in WAL?
No, for sure. We set out to build a ranking system for today's marketplace, which means it had to be the most robust system that's out there because it has to be able to support fans going in and finding an athlete and a competitor and learning about them and who do they beat in their past 10 things. Let's watch some video of these guys. Where are they from? All kinds of things. So as we announced last time we came out with it, it would need some tweaks, which we've been working constantly on, and we're getting there.
Sure.
Most of them have been identified. Most of them have been addressed. Probably the major one, Nick, is that now competitors who compete in 2 weight classes will have a separate ranking for that specific weight class.
Okay.
As opposed to one giant number, that goes there. So the other edits and the other kind of outages, a lot of those will sort themselves out as more matches are taken and more data is in the system. It allows us to do more than just seeding. For example, it's the basis on which we can create solid, individual matches. Like what does the world want to see?
Absolutely.
A number 1 lightweight versus a heavyweight? Do they want to see, a 1 versus 2?
Yeah, something like that where, so you're saying that you're not going to throw out the idea that you could have a heavyweight versus a featherweight. You're open to those ideas. It's not necessarily that you have to compete within your
absolutely.
weight class.
And again, we have our championship series and it is by weight class. But I'm talking about as we grow and look at other type of events, there's no reason why we can't come up with a team. What are the top, Americans versus international, for example?
Absolutely.
What are, how about, what's a good team event look like? what are some matches that have gone on that are ranked that we have 1 versus 2 or 3 versus 1, things like that, and it gives us the basis to do that. So many exciting possibilities.
Yeah.
Both again, both in the regular series, both in the U.S., but even more so globally.
And I know you guys in 2017, WAL are working on a new progression track to the championship. So progression track to the championship, what does that mean to the competitor?
Right, let me go through this again because we've added the WAL Majors, we have the ranking system now, so it's changes from what we had, and we're evolving as a sport very quickly. So it's important, that we adjust and we evolve to meet the the demands and meet where we're going with this thing. So the way that this works is every competitor must compete 2 times in their weight class. That establishes them as a light, middle, heavy, super competitor. This is the pro circuit now. For the U.S. and for Canada, then all competitors decide to have to compete in the 2 events in the weight class to get to the championships. Then.
Okay.
You have to either be rated in the top 6 after the 3rd major.
All right.
So that would be after LA, ranked top 6, or place top 8 at the Great 8 event in Chicago in May.
Right, which is going to be a big event.
It's going to be, I don't even know if it's at the Cubby Bear, which is a huge bar.
Oh,
I don't even know if, I know you know that
I'm
one.
familiar.
Right?
I love the Cubby Bear. Go Cubs, right? This is the year of winners.
It's a huge place right across from Wrigley Field, iconic, awesome place. But I think we're just going to blow it up. I think we're going to be bursting out of the seams. But that's a good thing to have. I can't wait. To get to the Grade 8, Nick, to get to the Grade 8, a competitor has to either place top 2 in any 2017 qualifying event, local event.
Sure.
Or place top 8 in any major event.
Right.
Or win an overall state championship. Internationally, then, it's a little bit different. Neil Pickup and Andrea do an amazing job running, coordinating the in-market events for Europe and Oceania. We're really excited about them going forward. So the European and international, marketplaces are a little bit different.
Yeah.
For them in Europe, the top 3 in each weight class advances to the championships in Vegas.
Okay.
And in the Oceania region, it's the top 2.
All right.
So we're super pumped. I mean, last year, man, we had middleweight championship Nicholas Nanestat. He was amazing. Craig Sanders and Glenn Bengston and Tom Holland and Josef Levi and Frode Haugland. And there's so many people.
Wow.
The comparable Fia Isaac. She was amazing at that event. Yona Blinn and Erica Bengston. And there's so many more. But we're really excited to see how they do again.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also in those countries, what else happens? Who else comes? And as far as Oceania, that's new to us. But we're really excited to see how pullers such as, Brett Kaus, he's a 225-pound powerhouse, how he does, or Ryan Bowen, a solid technical 165-pounder.
Absolutely.
It's crazy. Yeah, so there's so many things going on there. That's great.
And that's the thing is there are so many things going on right now, and you've just given me a laundry list of great talent that's emerging from WAL. And everybody wants to be one of those featured talents at what is being this year touted as a huge event on ESPN, going live with the finals of the championships this year. I mean, what can you tell us about what to expect from the 2017 ESPN finals live?
Right. Well, the 2017 finals are going to be something very different. Like the sport has never seen
over the
anything.
Top. Yeah. No pun intended.
I was going to say that's
no pun intended.
That's a pretty easy one.
Yeah, I didn't mean to.
But WA had a huge opportunity for a quantum leap forward in this league, and that is that ESPN extended to us an opportunity to move our championships to a 2-hour live broadcast on flagship ESPN. So we're really excited about that. This year, women will be baked into the same episode, same championship as the men. So if there's a lightweight championship, then the lightweight women will be part of that championship, part of that event, which we think is really important and another huge step forward for women in the sport.
Absolutely.
And getting the recognition that they deserve. We also have an extensively deep schedule on ESPN2 primetime where all of our championships are going to be aired again, time and a time. Probably, we don't know how many, but 3 or 4 times at least.
Wow, what a great time to be an arm wrestling fan right now. It's a lot of television time right now for the product. It's unusual. It's different.
It is. It is. And with WA, we give them something unique. And
absolutely.
it's exciting, and the fans love it, and the ratings have been great, and the viewers have been great, and the demos have been, have been off the chart for us. So we're really excited to build more of this. There'll be an international schedule as well.
That's what I want to talk about next. Is you guys are growing so big right now. You're getting so popular. Global expansion is a very real thing right now for WAL. I mean, in 2017. What does global expansion for WAL look like? What can you tell us about it?
Currently, we have events in 18 countries this year, which is pretty amazing. And we're really excited about that. We want to get more events in these current countries, and we also want to get more regions going on. So we have kind of like Western Europe, Central Western Europe, and we have Oceania, and that's really important. But we're working on a couple of partnerships that will give us a major footprint in the global marketplace.
Right.
I'm excited to share those with you. They're not done now, so I'm not quite ready to do that. But this will allow us to rapidly accelerate our growth on a global basis. So we will be able to go in and do more events in the markets we're at.
Okay.
Plus, find a good hub and good directors and good leaders in these other regions. Go ahead and grow WAL in the right way in those markets.
Absolutely, yeah, because I mean it's all about quality, not just quantity. You want to make sure everything's done just the right way. And if you talk about what you guys are expanding into, what you're doing, NASCAR is obviously something you guys have some familiarity with. Tell me a little bit about what's going on with the Muscle Monster. I mean, you guys were part of the Supercross series last year. What can we expect in 2017 with that relationship?
We were a main feature at Supercross pit parties last year at 12 Supercross events, and it was wonderful for us.
That sounds amazing, by the way, for me, like a NASCAR pit party with the WAL.
Yeah, nothing's locked yet. If and when that happens, I'll be the first to get out there and talk about it.
Sure.
But it's exciting because it would put WAL front and center literally in front of over 1 million potential new fans.
Yeah.
So it's game changing for us. Last year, as I mentioned a minute ago, we did these pit parties at the Supercross events, and they worked well for us, and we got out there to meet new people, and so it's really building on this in a bigger, more impactful way.
So talk to me about amateurs in 2017 with WAL. I mean, how are you bringing them in? What can they do? What do you want to say to amateurs interested in the sport this year?
Well, the amateurs are the lifeblood of our organization. As we move forward in any sport, it's getting new competitors. And Nick, you know that we position ourselves as a sport for the masses.
Absolutely.
It's everyday people doing the extraordinary. And we like to think of it really as a triangle or a pyramid where new pullers coming into the community are at that first level, and then we work our way all the way up to the elite of the elite. So it's building that first level, and it's just so paramount to our success, building them globally as we expand the WAL series, whether it's through college or whatever events. So we mentioned progression. In 2017, if you're an amateur, you advance to the final in one of three ways. Either you place top 3 at a local qualifier event,
right,
or you place top 8 at any WAL major event,
okay,
or you can just compete in 3 WAL events.
All right.
That gets you in. Again, it's about getting these people experience, getting them into the community, welcoming them as we do. So as we go, one of the things that's really important to us is all of our events will have a amateur segment to it. So whether it's workshops or whether we have amateur events at them, it's really driving to get more and more new competitors into the sport. We have a detailed promotion plan that we have coming out. We're going to be marketing that, and this is going to help our directors as they look to increase their numbers of the events, which means more money for them, which is we're really excited about.
Sure, because I mean the directors have a lot of responsibility on that local level, right? Making sure that these events are well taken care of, and there's something that everybody's going to have a good time with.
Well, first of all, it is important for me to mention in a big way our directors that implement all of our WAL local events.
Absolutely.
They're amazing. We're going to be doing a lot more this year in terms of support. I mentioned before, helping them promote the events that'll lead to bigger turnout and more money. I want to thank them personally for a great job that they do for us on an annual basis. So it's going to be, again, like more promotional campaigns, more competitors there. we're hiring more promoters internal here to go and also help them secure venues and things to get more events out there and better events.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
that's something that we're going to be focused on from a director standpoint.
Absolutely.
Some of the other things that we're doing organizationally is we're growing quite a bit. We are going to be hiring in the athlete relations area. Our champions and our competitors are among the best in any sport. We need to promote them more. We need to follow them more. We need to push out information on what they're doing and how they're training and what's going on in their lives on a daily basis.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we're not doing that now, and we need to do that. And so, that's for me. It's been a source of anxiety because I want to do it. You know what I mean? We need to do that in a bigger way.
Yeah.
It's to be a WAL champion or to be a winner or even top 10 at any of our major events or our championships. It's an unbelievable feat. That needs to be celebrated and it needs to be shared, and we need to get out there. We need to do that, and it helps the competitors, but it also helps us. I mean, we need to get household names of our champions. Everybody should know who these guys are. They're completely amazing. So we're building in the athlete relations area. We're also building in the event management team. We're going to have more people that are going to be going out there implementing more first-class produced events, which is exciting. We're also going to be hiring the social and digital staff area because we need to remain topical, current, ongoing, more engagement, more relevant, every day, all the time.
Yeah, I get it.
That's what it is.
Constant growth, always bigger, always better.
And it's about communication and communicating. There's so much excellence, with our community and the athletes, not just the champions, but everybody.
Yeah.
And we need to push this information and communication out there. So we made a conscious effort to build that area.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited about that.
A lot more things to come from WAL in 2017. Steve, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me here today. Really enjoyed it. And for sure, guys, be sure to stay tuned here for more from WAL here in 2017.